$4,000, genuine leather, 0 regrets.
She's not wrong, and in about 10 minutes, she's going to be a pile of ash.
I'm sorry, what?
Here's something most people outside the fashion industry never find out. Luxury brands destroy their own unsold products on purpose every year on an enormous scale. That wasn't a one-time thing either. Over the 5 years before that, Burberry alone had burned through more than $116 million in product.
$116 million? Darling, I would have settled for a nice consignment shop.
And Burberry wasn't unusual. Chanel has been tied to the same practice. So has H&M. Reports have linked Louis Vuitton to it too.
So this isn't personal.
It's never personal. That's kind of the point. So why would anyone burn something worth thousands of dollars instead of just discounting it?
Discounting? Me?
Exactly the reaction the industry is banking on. Luxury brands don't just sell a product, they sell scarcity. The idea that not everyone can have one. If leftover stock ends up in a discount bin, or worse, in the hands of counterfeiters, the whole illusion cracks. So instead, some brands decided it was cheaper to destroy the product entirely than to let it exist in the wrong context.
So I'm not garbage. I'm a liability.
Something like that. For the person doing this job, there's nothing dramatic about it. It's a shift. It's a quota. It's a very expensive bag on a very ordinary conveyor belt.
Excuse me, sir. I retail for $4,000. Do you understand that? 4,000.
He's heard that number before. He hears it every week.
Every week?
So no, this was never just about you. Here's the part of the story that actually changed something. In July 2018, a journalist noticed one quiet line buried in Burberry's annual report. Within 48 hours, it was a global scandal.
Wait, people were upset? For me?
For you. For every bag like you. People were furious. Homelessness crises. Environmental waste. All of it colliding with a company casually admitting it would rather burn a coat than let the wrong person wear it.
So because of the outrage, some of us don't have to go through this anymore?
Some of you. Not all of you. Not yet. But it started with people finding out, which, funny enough, is usually how this works.
Well, if I'm going out as the best dressed thing that's ever been in an incinerator.
That's the spirit.
Tell the discount rack I said hi, and that I pity them.
And that's the strange arithmetic of luxury. Sometimes the most expensive thing in the room is worth more destroyed than discounted. At least it used to be. That math is starting to change. Every one of these has a story like hers. Most of them, nobody ever tells.